Welcome back. We'll continue with our analysis of body of work in the individual oral. The purpose of this video is to show how the planner that I demonstrated in the last video will really direct you to hitting the body of work requirements, make it much easier for you. So the last video we watched a student sample analysis of the body of work, and we saw that she had a very good choice of quote, but she didn't address the authorial choices in that quote. There was parallel structure, there was the rule of three, a tricolon, there was the use of the second person to directly address the US government. She didn't mention any of those, and she also had the incorrect title of the poem. Looking at the planner, you can see that her specific intention with the global issue is that the US government is hypocritical, asking African Americans to die abroad and then denying them freedom at home. Then she has this great quote from her extract, which was Beaumont to Detroit. And then she analyzes, which we saw in a previous video. And then her body of work, she has a quote that directly addresses the same authorial intention with raise my taxes, freeze my wages, send my son to Vietnam, from a different poem. So it's in the body of work, but still a poem by Langston Hughes. And these are the literary devices present in that quote. So there's the second person, you, American government, there's an outrage tone, there's the rule of three, and the effect on the audience is it highlights the injustice. There's shared outrage built on multiple levels of injustice. You could go on, but this is showing you how if you use this planner, it prompts you to take the body of work and develop those ideas more. And this is what the finished analysis could look like. So here is an example of the same quote analysis from the body of work, but with more direct address of the authorial choice. Another piece of work that Hughes shows this in is the Backlash Blues, when he says, "You raise my taxes, freeze my wages, sends my son to Vietnam." Hughes employs the second person to directly accuse the American government, along with a tricolon, to emphasize the many ways that African Americans are mistreated. The final point about Vietnam highlights the hypocrisy of being asked to fight for freedom abroad, while at the same time being denied freedom at home. Looking back at the planner, you'll see that it asks you to choose a focus, which she did with African Americans being denied right at home. Her analysis of the extract was 53 seconds long, and then my improved analysis of the body of work was 26 seconds long. Let's average, say, about a minute and a half. I recommend that you fill up about 2 minutes on each main point that you make about your text, and that's what this final box is for. So some frequently asked questions about the body of work. Do I have to use quotes? You don't have to, but it does help, especially with authorial choice, because you have something specific to talk about. And also, keep in mind, you can bring 10 bullet points into the I.O. with you. You can't bring in the whole planner that I'm suggesting to you. The planner is for your organization in advance. But when you get to the actual individual oral, you can bring in 10 bullet points, and that can include quotes from your body of work. And how much time should you spend on the body of work? As I said, IB doesn't exactly give a concrete answer, but with 2 solid references to the body of work for each of your works chosen, so for your non-lit text, 2 references to the body of work, and for your lit text, 2 references to the body of work, I think you can score very highly with that, and that's what the planner prompts you to do. So thanks for watching. I hope this cleared up your questions about body of work. If you have any more questions, leave them down below in the comments and I'll get back to you. In the next video, we'll talk about putting the whole thing together from start to finish. And coming up after that will be some teacher-centered videos on choosing texts effectively, particularly the non-lit texts, and also scoring the I.O. accurately.